What's up, y'all? It's Truth Tiger, and I'm going to talk about narcissists as usual. And I'm going to say today, don't pay any attention to narcissists. Don't put your focus on them, and, don't have them be at the front of your mind, And this is a very hard thing to do because we do tend to focus on the negative, and focusing on the negative is just a basic survival technique. It only takes one drop of poison to kill you, so, you want to, be focused on that. And if you're some hunter-gatherer and you're, foraging for berries and all this stuff, and you got all these great berries and all this great fruit and nuts that you're eating, and then all of a sudden there's a rattlesnake in the bush, you're going to be freaked out by that rattlesnake, or, take a rock and smash that rattlesnake or whatever, and that's going to take up your focus because you're not going to be thinking about all the good berries you just ate. You're going to be thinking about that snake that almost bit you, and it's just basic survival. And just same with a car crash or with some crazy drama or with some stuff like that. It's hard not to be focused on it or to look at it, And narcissists are, a dramatic car wreck, and their lives are car wrecks, and drama surrounds them, and it's hard to not look away. It's hard to not be focused on it, but I'm telling y'all, don't get caught up on it. Don't get caught up on them, They are arrogant, attention-seeking weirdos, and they need attention. It's what fuels them, And they're going to try to get attention by any means necessary. And a lot of times this getting attention involves negativity. They will slight you or reject you or treat you bad or be weird to you and, do that. And it's hard to forget about it. It's hard to have that out of your mind. It's hard to not have that take up space in your head. But, you got to kind of put that stuff out of your mind as best you can, and kind of work on, putting stuff out of your mind, and work on, where your mental focus goes and stuff like that. Because if you don't, your mental focus is going to end up going towards them and toward negativity and toward their BS, I know for myself, I do have a hard time putting a narcissist out of my mind. I do have a hard time putting the negativity and the abuse and the rejection and the nastiness and the manipulation. I do have a hard time putting it out of my mind, but I know that it's what I need to do to move forward, and I don't want to let some narcissist live in my head rent-free. No way, And just by the way, I live in all their heads rent-free. Separate video, and I've talked about this before, but bro, we live in their heads rent-free. They are so obsessed with other people and so weird and so tripped up. They don't have any sense of themselves or who they are as people, at all. But so they do that, but they project that out there to the world, and they try to get everyone focused on them and caught up on them because, they are very focused on what other people think about them, and they are very caught up on what other people think, and they are very looking for external validation everywhere they go, so they're going to kind of project that out there and not give you external validation and reject you and get you mad, or love bomb you and give you tons of external validation to try to pull you into their web and to trap you, and which will eventually lead to them not treating you right and, stuff like that. But yeah, just be careful with that, because they just, even the way they dress, the way they walk, the way they talk, the way they move, they're always looking for attention and validation, and I've even seen narcissists get sick or get injured, and they make a big deal about it, and they turn it into a pity party, and they turn it into a way to get attention. Oh man, I just spilled the soda a little bit. And they'll turn it into a way to get attention and, stuff like that, and talk about some story or whatever, and it's attention by any means necessary. And I've had times in my life where I'm talking with a buddy, I'm talking with a friend, a narcissist walks by, narcissist that's been weird to me, rejected me, or just I don't want to deal with them or whatever, you know, and I'll just kind of keep talking to my friend and ignore the narcissist, and I can see them just looking like, they're like, oh, am I going to get attention? Am I going to get attention, you know? And they stalk around us all weird. Again, separate video, but I've had that happen on multiple occasions where narcs will stalk around me and stuff after they reject me, and then I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. And, you know, they think that they're going to reject me, and then I'm going to come and, oh, please come back. Oh, I want to earn your approval. I want to gain your approval, you know. And I'm just like, all right, you're going to reject me? All right, bye-bye, you know. I'm not going to try to win you over, you know. And that's a separate video. I'll get into that game about how they reject you and stuff and try to get you to chase after them and whatever. But, you know, it's all about getting attention. And I can tell they get upset when I don't pay attention to them. You can see it. Like, I've had a lot of narcissistic male friends, and it's always, oh, bro, I got this thing on my phone. Like, every 5 minutes, they're going to pull out their phone. They're going to be, oh, bro, let me show you this. Oh, bro, someone said the craziest thing. Oh, this is crazy, dude. You got to see this TikTok, man. You got to see this Instagram post. You got to see this video. You got to eat this, that, whatever. And it's like, and when I just kind of go, nah, bro, I'm all good, you know, I'm not going to get roped up in that. Then they get some other guy off to the side and they're showing it to him. And like, oh, we're having so much fun over here looking at this thing, you know, whatever. And I'm just like, all right, whatever. Y'all have fun. Y'all do you, you know. And don't get pulled into all that, because it's all a bunch of fakeness. It's all a bunch of silliness. It's all a bunch of stupid games, you know. It really is. It's a bunch of games, toxicity, and just stupidity. But they do that stuff en masse, and like, don't feel discluded, or don't feel like you have to jump over there and hang out with them or be friends with them or be a part of that or whatever. Just ignore them, just ignore it, and yeah, just don't get involved in it, you know. Like, I've had girls who've rejected me for no reason, and then I see them hovering around me all weird and acting all strange, and all of a sudden they got to be right next to me having some super loud conversation, or they got to giggle all loud, or they're trying to be friends with my mutual friends and stuff like that. It's like, you're a narcissist, you're a weirdo, and, you know, I dodged a bullet, because having to reject them and get them out of your life is not fun. So I'm like, well, you did me a favor, you know. That's how I view it. But yeah, you know, these narcissists are just, they run the gambit, and they're just everywhere, you know. They really are everywhere. Everywhere you go, you're gonna find them, you know. It doesn't matter where, you're gonna find these freaking narcissistic manipulator people, and you're gonna have to deal with their games and crap, you know. And the least amount of attention you give them, the better, you know. For real. And it's everything they're trying to do is make themselves the center of attention. Is to make themselves the center of focus, you know. And don't make them your focal point. Your focal point is you. Your focal point is God above you. If you're going to be focused on anything, you should be focused on yourself and who you are and what you're doing. And then you should be focused on God above you and what his missions are for you and what your spiritual path is and stuff like that. You should not be focused on any other person, you know, especially not a narcissist. You know, it's not healthy. And that's how most people live their lives, is focused on other people and focused on external things. And that's extremely mentally unhealthy, emotionally unhealthy, spiritually unhealthy, you know. And I mean, the core of all meditation, at least the way I see it, is to be able to regain your focus on yourself and not be tripped up on other people, you know. And again, it's hard, you know, it's tough. I got haters on, you know, on my videos making hateful comments, and I got even haters trying to say I'm a narcissist. I got haters saying disrespectful stuff to me. I had one hater tell me that bed bugs are eating my brains. You know, I literally, that's not made up. That's not made up. I've literally had a hater say that, you know, and it's like, I gotta just kind of laugh this off and put this stuff out of my mind as best I can, you know? And if someone really goes too far or whatever, or I don't really like what they're doing, I can always just delete the comment, you know, and just to put myself back in that place of control rather than in a place of emotional reaction, and rather in a place of like where I just get, because that's the thing, is like we all have these emotional triggers. I have a lot of emotional triggers. I'm a pretty emotional person, you know, but it's just like we have these emotional triggers and someone will say something or do something, you know, and then we will get, you know, that emotional trigger will get flipped. And these narcissists want to flip your emotional triggers, what the heck, as best they can, you know? That was weird. Someone just threw food onto somebody's car. I wish I had my camera flipped the other way, but speaking about narcissists and haters and weirdos, some weirdo just threw a bunch of food onto the hood of somebody else's car. I mean, getting off topic here a bit, but it's a weird, crazy world out there. There's a lot of crazy, glitched out, weird people rolling around, and I just saw one of them, and like I said, narcissists and weirdos everywhere. A normal, healthy person wouldn't throw their food out the window onto somebody's car, you know. I don't think I can flip this camera around. I don't think my iPhone lets me do that, but I wish I could have got that on camera. But, you know, getting back to the topic though, yeah, I mean, it's just these narcissists, they're negative. They need a lot of attention too. Attention fuels them, and when narcissists don't get attention, bro, they get weird. Like, I've had some like weird narcissistic Jezebel chick who like has a boyfriend she lives with but is super into me, and I kind of ignored her because I didn't want the drama, and I just like waved to her and she'd come running over to me. Oh, hi Truth Tiger, she wouldn't call me Truth Tiger, but hi Truth Tiger, how's it going? Well, and they will. I've had narcissists get like that where it's like I break the dynamic and now they're acting like a little puppy around me and all cute and all like I'm in charge and stuff like that or whatever, you know. And I mean, it's kind of nice, I guess, but I think in their mind and their paradigm, it's like they think that's what you'll really want. And it's like, I want just people to be normal. I don't want this weird, like a weird power dynamic. And it's always a weird power dynamic with the narcs. And I'll make a separate video about that too, but yeah, it's just like, you know, it's tough at first, you know, because the narcissists are doing everything they can to try to get your attention, but just don't pay attention to them, you know. And I've even seen this thing that some people call street theater, or, you know, where these narcissists will put on like theatrical performances or whatever. And I've seen it a lot in the gym, and like I saw this one dude in the gym, and I've seen a lot of these little silly debutante narcissist guys in the gym who have to do the silliest things for attention. But I remember I saw one guy, he's got this cut off tank top, he's showing off the muscles, little short guy, you know, it's always something with them. But whatever, he's got a little short man complex or something, so he's going around like acting like he's all buff and stuff, and he's standing by where all the dumbbells are, doing his curls and stuff, standing right in front of them, being all inconsiderate, and I'm trying to go in there and get at the weights, and I'm just like, hey, excuse me, I'm trying to get at these weights, and he's just purposely standing in the way to get attention, pacing around the gym all weird, making all these weird noises, and I'm just like, man, that's so annoying. And I saw another dude, you know, coming in there in jeans, and he keeps popping his shirt off randomly, and he's just like on the bench squat rack thing, that, you know, is popular and people want to use, and taking up all this space and being all annoying. And I was polite to him. I just said, how long are you going to be on there for? And I knew he was just messing around and like taking up space and being a time waster and trying to get attention. But, you know, and eventually he did whatever he did, just walked out. But you see this stuff and you're like, what the heck's going on, you know? And I had another weirdo. This guy was probably a narcissist, maybe had some other issues, maybe some mental health issues, I don't know. But this guy comes in and starts mumbling to himself, and I'm by this like lat pull down thing, you know, just doing some of that, and he starts mumbling at me all weird. I'm not sure if he's talking to me or not, or he's just bugging out. He goes, dang it. And then then I kind of move out from that lat pull down. I'm like, I want to see something. I'm going to leave here a little early. If he comes over here and jumps on this immediately, he was putting out some weird negative vibe toward me. If not, that dude just glitching out randomly. And I did that, and he went over there, did like one quick set, and then went away. And I'm just looking like it was directed at me, you know? And that's kind of a separate video about gang stalking and stuff. But like, what the heck? Why? Why, bro? Why? You know? And I'll see it with the women too, you know? I'll be at the grocery store and I'll see some girl, and again, it's like the same thing with a short guy who's all buff and stuff and going around all weird. Like, there's always something disjointed and weird about these people, you know? And like, I'll see like some girl and she's got like her ponytail way too tight, and she's kind of more of like a skinny kind of girl, but she's got like the super tight, they're not yoga pants, they're like capri pants where they're like almost too long to be shorts, and they're like really high up on her waist, and she's got this weird crop top thing, and you know, and I'll be like going by the apple, she's by the apples. I'm like, somehow she's always right in my field of vision. Everywhere I'm looking, she's there, and I'm like, that's not a coincidence. She's a weird person who is like positioning herself around. And I've seen it with girls at the gym too. Some girls having to keep pacing by me, and some other girls on the freaking on the Stairmaster, and she's all bent over putting her butt out, like, and I'm just like, please. It's just, you know, any way to get attention with these weird freaking people, you know? And I mean, there's good people out there, there's normal people out there, but like, it seems like half the people in this world are just like these complete narcissist weirdos, you know? And it's just, man, you know, and it's honestly pathetic, you know? It's pathetic that they do all that stuff to get attention. It's pathetic that they feel the need to, you know, do all this weird performative stuff so other people can pay attention to them. It really is pathetic, you know? But unfortunately, a lot of people enable this. A lot of people pay attention to this. A lot of people think this stuff is cool. And a lot of people will, unfortunately, prop this stuff up. But I'm telling y'all, like, the most destructive thing you can do to these people is not pay attention to them, you know? Even if you do fight with them or argue with them, like, if you need to do that, sure, but you don't even want to give them that drama. You don't even want to give them that negativity. You don't even want to give them that argument. You want to try to be as cordial as possible and as polite as possible, and just put your eyes somewhere else. And you can tell it's like they really get fueled and get attention from having other people look at them, and having other people pay attention to them, and having other people care about whatever crap that's going on in their lives, you know? That's a good segue to my next point. Like, narcissists will like really talk about their own personal life as if their life is some big reality TV show, and we all have to sit back and watch it, you know? Like, I used to work with a guy that's yelling about his ex-wife and yelling about this and yelling about that, and it's like you can't even get any words in with this guy because he's just yelling over you constantly, and you're trying to say something and he's just interrupting, and it's like, what about my life? What about what I got going on, you know? But it's just all me, and, you know, they'll do that, you know? And they're always just talking about themselves and their own life and blah, 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 me, you know? And I'm telling you, like, all that stuff they're doing, like, don't put any attention on it. Don't put any attention on them. Stay to yourself. If you got someone like that, put some headphones in. I don't know, but just, you know, in your own mind and to them, let it be known, like, don't listen to all that stuff, because people will, and then before you know it, you're talking, oh, you heard about so-and-so, and yeah, I know, and his ex-wife has a new boyfriend, and, you know, this and that, and, you know, and, you know, and you start to talk about it, and that starts to become, like, a frame of reference in their life, and they start to really focus upon that, and they start to, you know, that starts to become like a narrative, like the dominant narrative in their life. is whatever the idiot narcissist that they happen to know is up to. And I've seen this in the workplace. I've seen this in communities. I've seen this stuff everywhere. And it's just so annoying. It's just like, who cares about that fool? Who cares about what that fool's up to? Nobody does, you know? So why are people so... I mean, our society teaches us to enable... I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that one all out. But it just seems like people really step in to enable... And all of a sudden, everyone cares so much about the narcissist's hobbies and what the narcissist did on the weekend and what the narcissist is up to. And everyone, oh, you skateboard. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, this and that. And they make this big deal about it. It's just like, don't. Who cares? Don't focus on them or on their life or on what they're doing at all. You know, don't put any focus on these fools. You know, that's why they do stuff. I swear, narcissists do stuff and like have hobbies like to get attention from other people. That's like the main reason and the main motivator, I believe, why they do things is for attention. You know, I don't even really think they do things because they think it would be fun or it would be cool or whatever. I mean, maybe they do on some things, but I think on most of the things they do, they're doing it as some kind of a way to get attention. And I do think that's why they do most of the things they do. And like, don't validate their weird sorry existence by paying attention to this theater they put on, because it's all theater with narcissists. There is no true them. There is no authentic self with them. So everything they're putting on is some stupid theatrical play. It's some stupid drama. It's some stupid BS. And I'm telling y'all, just don't pay attention to their theatricality. Don't pay attention to their BS. Don't pay attention to their crap that they're doing to try to gain the attention of other people. You know, it's... Man, it really is ridiculous. It's... I mean, it's beyond the pale with the narcissist, you know? It really is. And I've even had narcissists, they'll start making weird noises. They'll start, like, clicking their tongue, or they'll start whistling really loud, or I've even had that, you know, where I'm just like, okay, here we go. Me and this other person in the room, now they got to whistle, and they got to do all this stuff, and they're trying to, like, kind of, like, get you to, like, pay attention to them, and get you to, you know, to try to, like, draw you into them and stuff, and it's just like, man, you know, does it stop? Does it stop, you know? Yeah, so I'm probably going to end this one around here, but yeah, the basic gist of it is just these narcissists are trying to get your attention in any way possible, you know, and they'll do a lot of negative, crappy things, you know, and don't let that stuff get in your head, and try to kind of put that stuff out of your mind. And just in general, they're so attention seeking. They seek so much external validation, and like, don't give external validation to them. Do not give the stamp of approval to the narcissist. Don't say, I approve of you. No, say, I do not approve of you. I do not condone you. You know, you need to make changes, you know? And whether you say that directly or indirectly with your actions, you need to convey that to them, you know? And by paying attention to them, that is a level of approval, you know? They are they are on some level feeling like approved of, you know, and don't give that to them, you know, don't give that to them. So yeah, you guys, pay attention to yourself, pay attention to God's plan in your life, pay attention to your goals and your dreams, and you know, pay attention to your healing, you know, put your attention and your focus on the things that really matter. Don't pay attention to these narcissists. They're a distraction, they're bad for you. And yeah, you know, I want to just give encouragement to everybody. I want to send love to everybody. You know, it's all love. It's all positivity. And, you know, thank God for you all. I really appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody's viewership, everybody who comments, subscribes, and likes the video. And, I mean, even the haters, even the narcissists, even the fools. I mean, I still have love for y'all, you know? Different kind of love, but I still do have love for y'all, you know? So, yeah, it's love all around, and, yeah, yeah, I'm out.